Significant documents in the document tracking sheet, and then a field schedule for the next 60 days.
Everyone's favorite part of the document tracking sheet?
Yes, thank you, Dave.
So, again, everyone can reference the document tracking sheet, and we'll start with Site 6 as usual. As we just talked about, the record decision for Site 6 will be, the date on here is behind. We're now focusing December 12th to finalize the record decision, which will memorialize the remedial action. We have a contract in place actually to do that, so you'll see work ongoing at Site 6 for an extended period of time, as Keith briefed you on this evening. Part of that actually is document number 2. As part of the remedial action, there's going to be a pre-remedial design data gaps and sampling event, which is going to supplement the existing data gaps set for Site 6. And Nathan, I'm going to go back and take a look at what you're referring to see what's down the road. Just so we can tie that up, because it's an interesting question. Not part of Site 6, but I'm sure something happened to it. Currently, before the remedial action begins, because of our use of the majority of the area as a low-level radioactive bin storage area, operationally impacted, we will do a final status survey to confirm that the surface does not have any contamination on the surface from us storing our bins in that location. So a lot of work at Site 6 ongoing. Then you get into Site 12, where you have document number 4, which is one of the summary reports for Site 12. The work at Site 12 ongoing since 2006. This document summarizes one phase of it, so hence it's called Phase 1. And then down below it is a work plan, one of 3 work plans that we've had for the site. We hope this will be the last work plan that will allow us to get the work done so we can get free release and clean up the site for the project. So that work plan is a brand new work plan that will be out in January. And then going down to another major document, Bigelow Court. This is what we briefed tonight, the final status survey report, item number 8. That's currently out for review. And also the report that follows the residential housing scan that occurred this summer. There will be a report summarizing all the data. Basically, it's a data report, so you can go to an individual house and see the readings that were collected from inside the particular unit. So that's the item number 10, the radiological housing scan completion report, which will be out as soon as November, earlier if possible.
And Dave, I think the Bigelow Court document isn't out for review yet. I haven't gotten it.
It's still internal review.
Oh, because there's 2 on there. This was actually the Bigelow Court. We have on here November 7th. It will be out, so that is forthcoming. Correct. Good catch there.
Well, it's hard to keep track of all of these documents.
There's a lot of documents right now. Hopefully, we'll be one page someday. Site 21, as we mentioned, the remedial action completion report that we're going to try and get comments wrapped up, go through a resolution of comments, and finalize it in December. And then Site 24, interesting site where we are kind of going back to adjust the remedial action strategy. So we will have finalize a proposed plan draft RAP. There will be a public meeting for that as well. But we want to get that out to draft to folks in November as well. So you can see a trend, a lot of November, December documents. Site 27, site we're wrapping up. So you have the remedial action completion report, which will be finalized. And then part of the final remedy for Site 27 was actually the land use controls. And in the remedial design, we said that we would better define them in a document called the item number 14, the land use control remedial design addendum. Just a few fine tunings of the land use controls for Site 27, really straightforward. Basically things that already are there because it's going to be a marina, restrict your speed, watch where you're putting your anchors, things of that nature. Site 3133, as we talked about, we have 2 documents for Site 31, the remedial action completion report for the circle side, And then because we did radiological investigation, we'll have the final status survey report for the radiological site for 31. Down at the bottom. So there are 2 documents actually for site 31.
2 documents,
Correct.
but last month, and I didn't seem to get it, but that could be me. The Site 31 FFSS report was
Correct.
supposed to have come out.
They're now delayed.
Okay, just.
So yeah, no, nothing happened.
Nothing happened, I didn't know it was something that
We're
I-
behind, unfortunately, so we're going to try and catch up on that. Page 2, for YF3, Miriam mentioned that we're currently reviewing the YF3 screening level ecological risk assessment and have received comments from the agencies on that, so we will be discussing basically the conclusions of that report. Groundwater monitoring, hoping to finalize that report in December. And then you get to the other reports. A lot of them are the radiological reports. You may recall various sites combined into several projects for scanning for sites that are impacted in the supplemental technical memorandum. So you have item number 19. This is 1/2 of the work. This is actually a work plan, so work that is upcoming. And then item number 20. 20 and 21 are sort of together. They were combined as one project, but split apart into different reports so that you could take one report and focus on one thing and not get confused by everything else in the report. So you have 20 and 21. One is focusing on strictly Site 12, open spaces and roadways and the radiological scanning. And then the other one is various sites such as Site 32 and Building 3. A subset of that, not to confuse it any further, item number 22, after we scanned the open space in the 1400 series housing, we took that data set and we analyzed it statistically further. And we were able to go out and investigate statistically outlying areas. So that report is a separate report. I will mention that the rest of Site 12 will undergo the same process, the same analyzing of the data. That's something that will happen in the future, but this just, we broke this out separately since we had the resources to do so. And then the last 4 documents are sort of housekeeping items. 23, the site management plan, just our yearly synopsis of the environmental restoration program. And then our first base-wide 5-year review. We do these every 5 years as a base. That is something that is going to be coming out. Actually, it's out already. We're soliciting comments from the agencies. Now you'll see, yes, you mentioned Derek Robinson's. He's filling in temporarily as the deputy base closure manager. He's rotating through since Deb Thoreau moved on. So we're rotating folks through the position until it's permanently backfilled. So he's helping out on the 2 documents, 25 and 26, the finding of suitability for transfer, the 4th one that we've done, as well as the finding of suitability to lease. This is a renewal of the documents that were done previously that supported the initial lease of the housing area.
So it's not new leases, it's just
This focuses on renewing the existing 15-year leases for the housing specifically, correct? As far as field work, we covered a lot today, and the field work really finishing up at Building 233. After that's done, you'll see incidental work as we investigate storm and sewer lines. So we'll see some work up and down the street there. But the majority of the work you'll see up in the northern area, Site 6 as the remedial action continues, and then we will at some point get back into Site 12 with some future projects. Bigelow Court also will undergo backfill and site restoration at some point as well. Any questions?
Very good, Dave, thank you. Okay.